All right. So let's begin then seated. Sitting up nice and tall. I have a beautiful, beautiful quote to share today from Paramahansa Yogananda. So it's always good to get that once we're relaxed so we can be more readily, ready to absorb the words. And I bring it because, sometimes life around us is actually the crazy stuff. Sometimes our life is in control even. I mean, this is how personally I'm relating to it. Sometimes things are kind of in control, but other people's lives are shattering. And since we're all connected, we have a responsibility to help in whatever way we can. And this way is quite lovely. So that's why I'm sharing this today. So first, let's sit up tall. How about we move the shoulders a little bit, maybe move the neck. Why don't we just start to move into some big circles with the trunk and just get things warm. So naturally, the body might start to take a deep breath as you're taking slow, careful movement. And once you bring the spine, which is our central focus today, once you bring the spine to a more centered position, take the shoulders around. So the muscles around the spine are moving. I think that would be a very nice, just mental object of concentration, is actually really focusing on the spine from the very top of it, the top neck that touches, that cradles the head, all the way down to the tailbone. And so everything in relation to the spine, we feel the shoulders move, the shoulder blades, feel the muscles around the spine. And let's rotate the shoulders the other way. And then let's take the shoulders up towards the ears and back, and lower the shoulders down. Turn the head to the right. Draw it to center, draw the head to the left. And draw it to center, bring the head back, looking upwards. And bring the head down. Deep breath in through the nose and releasing through the mouth. And let's bring the head to center. So we can fold the hands into each other. And what I'd like to do is a very quick run through the body, taking our consciousness to different points in the body. And as we do, relaxing those spaces, even as the spine is upright. So hands folded into each other, bring your attention to the right thumb, the index finger, the middle, the ring, and the pinky finger. The palm of the right hand, the top of the right hand, right wrist, right forearm, right elbow, right upper arm, right shoulder, right armpit, right chest, right waist, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right calf, shin, right ankle, right heel, top of the right foot, sole of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the fifth toe. So the whole right side body relaxed. And then bringing the attention to the left thumb, the second finger, third, fourth, fifth. The palm of the left hand, top of the left hand. Left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, left upper arm, left shoulder, left armpit, left chest, left waist, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left calf, left shin, left ankle, left heel, left top of the foot, sole of the foot, and the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the fifth toe. The whole left side of the body relaxed. And then feeling the right side of the body and the left side. Relax the trunk from the chest, around the rib cage, and the belly. Relax the upper back, the mid back, and the low back. Relax the neck. Draw the chin in slightly. Feel the length of the neck. And just watching the breath now, without doing the breath, without doing anything but just paying attention. Notice how the body is breathing. Experience the lungs gently opening and closing, expanding and contracting. It's much easier to sit when we consciously go through the body and relax it. Let's go through our invocation today, Shiva mantra, bringing the palms together. Taking some deep breaths first. So let's establish the breath. Inhaling, expanding the belly, the rib cage, and then the chest. Exhale, release from the chest down to the belly. Om, I bow to the presence of the divine within, our true and highest teacher, that lives in and around us as being, consciousness, and bliss. It is ever present and radiates peace, lighting the way to transformation. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So from Paramahansa Yogananda, this is part of a little section called The Light of Smiles. He suggests to practice this daily. I will light the match of smiles. My gloom veil will disappear. I shall behold my soul in the light of my smiles, hidden behind the accumulated darkness of ages. When I find myself, I shall race through all hearts with the torch of my soul smiles. My heart will smile first, then my eyes and my face. Every body part will shine in the light of smiles. I will run amid the thickets of melancholy hearts and make a bonfire of all sorrows. I am the irresistible fire of smiles. So we'll focus on the spine and smiles today. Let's come forward onto hands and knees. And we'll start to let the spine move. So, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, sink the belly without forcing it, just dropping. And exhale, lift the belly and empty the lungs. Now let's continue like that. Inhaling and exhaling. I think we'll make this movement a little bigger, so a few more of these. And then we're going to shift over into heart chakra posture. So on the next inhale, we find our cow and we slide the palms forward, but we're not going to settle in quite yet. And on the exhale, we'll slide back up into a cat. And at the bottom of that exhale, we'll find a child's posture and sink in for a breath or two. So we're just going to alternate between these motions. Next inhalation, rise back up. Coming into cow. Exhale, heart chakra posture. Inhale, move back up. And find child's posture. So we need to coordinate this motion in a way that makes sense. So inhaling, let's see what we can come up with. Exhaling. Yeah, we need to find that cat before we come into child's posture. That's what I missed. Yeah, so just exploring now with your breath, doing your best to find a similar position of, cow when you're inhaling and filling the lungs, and then something like cat when you're exhaling and shifting into child's posture at some point. You can rest in between the motions, or you can connect all of them together. One inhale and exhale at a time. I think I'd like to add a little bit to this. So this is structured in a way that makes sense to you, but we're going to add the arms. So when you're ready and you're back in table, we'll go ahead and lift the right arm. And then we'll exhale and thread it all the way through, coming down to the right shoulder, taking a breath, but then coming right back out of it. Going into the left arm. Coming all the way through. Breath. And coming out of it. And then we go back into our cat-cow, heart chakra, and child's posture. Just adding the arms somewhere in between those positions. Feel free to take extra movements, moving the wrist, moving the ankles. Beautiful colors outside. So maybe we start to move the legs too. I like it to just kind of give you this, opportunity to move organically in a way that feels good, not needing to do it one way or another, not having to focus on the way that I'm suggesting, but just finding some nice movement from the table position. As you're going, I'm just going to ring the gong and just let our concentration center again. We're working on the spine. We happen to also be working on smiles and letting our being be that fire for others of smiles, happiness, and joy. We'll take a few more breaths, and then we'll start to meet in specific postures. So whenever you get there, let's meet in a child's pose, child's posture. Steady breath. Really tuning into the motion of expansion and contraction. One of the laws of the universe. We can apply this law to quite a few things, maybe many, many more things than we realize. And then let's rise up to table and let's come into downward facing dog. A little bit of motion. A slow start on a Sunday morning. Let's go ahead and shift over into a plank posture. And then come back into downward facing dog. And we're just going to do this a few times. Shifting over to plank. Make sure that the hips go lower than the shoulders once you've arrived. And then send them back. That will be sure to get the core much more engaged all the way to the low back. Next time you take the hips back into downward facing dog, pick the right leg up. And we'll lower the foot back down, pick the left leg up. And we'll lower the foot down, pick the right leg back up. And go ahead and take that leg high, turn the hips to the right, and bend the right knee. My belly is showing. Undo that. And we'll put the foot down, pick the left leg up, turn the hips to the left, and bend the knee. And put the toes down, and then we'll go ahead and step both of the feet forward to a forward fold. Bending. How about we bring the big toes together, the heels apart? Drop the head. Take a deep breath in through the nose and releasing through the mouth. Any tension, anything preventing our smile, physical and inner smile, to be dissolved. Let's bend the knees and straighten up the back and rise up to a fierce posture or chair posture with Katasana, arms reaching upwards. And then we're going to straighten the legs, bring the palms together, thumbs in towards the heart center. All right, loosening anything up. Let's start to move a little bit more. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, and on the inhale, reach the arms back up. On the exhale, let's twist to the right, taking that left arm forward, right arm behind, looking past the right thumb. Next inhale, come all the way back up, but keep the legs bent, and then we'll exhale, twist to the left. Next inhale, come back to center. This time we'll straighten the legs and engage the low body so we can come into a back bend. Straighten up the spine, palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Inhale, bend the knees and take the arms up back into chair posture. Bring the palms together this time and exhale the left elbow outside of the right thigh as we turn to the right, putting some pressure into that thigh with the arm, looking past the right elbow. It's good to keep the eyes open so we can get the blood flowing through the eyes and the face. And then we'll inhale, come back to center. Let's keep the knees bent. Exhale, palms together, draw the right elbow outside of the left thigh, press in. Turn the head to the left, eyes to the left. And we'll inhale, come back to center and straighten the legs. Reach the arms all the way up. And let's take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back. Let's separate the feet to the edges of the mat. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Another deep breath. Oh, release the arms down. How about a squat today? Let's bend the knees and start to lower the hips. So how about a supported squat if you want one? So if you have blocks around or pillows, find your way out of the squat and grab them. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a minute, so it's not going to be terribly long. So if you need to have the hips higher up and have the heels planted, this is going to get the low body nice and active. We can increase some flexibility in the hamstrings by pushing the knees and elbows into each other. On the inhale, on the exhale, just open the legs with the elbows, pushing and then relaxing. I have also been sitting for long hours, and so all of us will benefit. Just about 2 more deep breaths. All right, so we're going to be coming to seated from here. So you can bring the hands behind, find your way towards the back, not all the way to the back of the mat. So we're going to come into a boat posture. So take the arms forward, shoulders back, and then start to lean back a little without rounding the spine, and hover the toes over the mat, or slowly find a straighter legs. You can have bend in the knees. You can even have a foot down for some support. So I think we'll incorporate some vinyasas in our practice today without actually going through sun salutations. We're going to do them from seated. Cross the ankles, Lower the ankles down, come forward to hands. And if you want, you might jump the feet back. So you'd need to rise a little bit, right, to the upper, you need to bring the knees up. You're on the upper parts of the feet, and then you would uncross as you jump. That's just one option. Otherwise, find them there. We're back in plank. And we'll exhale, lower, keep the elbows over the wrists. Inhale, come into a back bend. Variations, lots of variations. You can go to Sphinx, you can go to Cobra, you can go to upward facing dog. You can play around with the activation of the low body. And so once we're in downward facing dog, we'll take a couple deep breaths. And we will come back to top of the mat. You can take a jump, or you can walk or step. Big toes together, heels apart. Let's bend the knees, and inhale, come back up into fierce posture. Look upwards. Keep the arms nice and high. Let's start to open them into a V formation. And we'll straighten the legs, bring the hands behind. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back. Step the feet to the edges of the mat. Look up. Little back bend. Exhale, fold over the legs. And we'll exhale, release the arms down. So let's see where we're located on the mat. We might need to, we're going to be coming into a lunge. We might need to go forward a little bit. Keep the right foot to the edge of the mat, the right side, and take the left foot back so that you can have the hands down to the inside of the right foot. And we're just going to focus on separating the right knee and the left knee from each other. One more breath. Let's switch. So you can bring hands forward, bring the left foot up, take the right foot back. Hands plant pretty much in line with the left foot. Focus on separating the knees from each other. We're going to come back into our squat. The hands can come forward, right foot up, lower back down. Take 3 deep breaths this time. And we'll lower the hips down, slightly back towards the back of the mat. So another boat posture, but a potential variation, which I find personally actually easier than boat. So we start to lean back a little, keep the back straight, and lifting the feet. So the other option is you might come right back to where you were, or you might grasp the big toes with the peace fingers and then straighten the legs. I find this to be much easier because now you're supporting the legs, but it's something about it, enjoyable. Stretching the back of the legs while you're also challenging the core a little, requiring the body to balance. And we will cross the ankles, come forward onto hands, maybe jump the feet back for fun. Make sure hips are lower than shoulders. Exhale, lower. Inhale into your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more deep breath. And we're going to step the feet forward, or maybe jump them. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold, big toes together, bend the knees. Inhale, take the arms back up. Let's go back into our initial twist, exhaling to the right. Inhaling back into the middle and exhaling to the left. Inhaling back into the middle, straighten the legs, come into that back bend. And let's straighten the back and bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Close the eyes for a moment. Just focus on the spine. Just notice how much more awake the spine is probably feeling. Just a few more deep breaths. I mean, just for me, it feels like, what's that, icy hot or tiger balm has been applied to my spine. See if you can experience some sort of like a temperature change or a buzzing feeling. All right, let's go further. Let's keep the big toes together here, heels apart. Big inhale as you bend the knees and reach the arms up. This time we're going to go back into our little prayer twist. So palms together, thumbs to the heart center as we turn to the left, hook that elbow, keep it in place, push it in. This is good for the upper back is also our focus. Looking over that right elbow. Inhale, come back into the middle without straightening the legs. Exhale over to the left. And inhale back into the center, straighten the legs, reach the arms up and back. And we'll take the hands behind as we straighten up the back. Feet apart again. Squeeze the shoulders back, straighten the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs. And release the arms down. So let's heel toe the feet closer together a few inches under the hip joints. And then we'll step the left foot to the back of the mat, plant the left heel down. We'll rise up to Warrior A. Once the feet are planted, we have that surface. And we take the arms up. Draw the chin in slightly. Actually, we'll take some chin tucks here because the neck is one of our issues today. So chin forward, chin in. Forward, in. 3 more times. And then slightly in, crown of the head extending up. Sink into the right knee. We're going to come into another twist. Palms together, draw the thumbs to the heart center, and hook the left elbow outside of the right thigh. You might need to hold the right thigh with the right hand first, and we can bring them back together. Maybe lift the back heel if it's a little too intense for the back leg, or bring the left knee down, focus on the twist. Looking past the right elbow. And we're going to inhale, come back into the middle, take the arms back up. Exhale, take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, turn about 1 inch or 2 to the left, and squeeze the shoulders, open up, look up. Exhale, right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Looking right through the legs. And we'll release the hands down around the right foot. How about we just step the left foot up? Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, and step the right foot to the back of the mat. When we're ready, we'll rise up to Warrior A, making sure we have the feet spread, pressing downward. Really wanting to flatten them down. Okay, once we're here, you can take those chin tucks again, or you could focus on just keeping the length of the neck up. But if you have a lot of tightness here, it's good to take them. It tends to be one of your habits. Tends to be one for most. We're going to be going into that twist in a moment, so another breath or two. Let's bring the palms together, draw the thumbs in, and then hook the right elbow outside the left thigh. Pull the belly in. It's a nice soft belly as we're twisting. Again, our focus is the spine. So we want to turn it in all directions. And really allow it to find a perfect balance of strength and flexibility. All the muscles around it, all the necessary spaces to be there. And we'll inhale, come back up to Warrior A, take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, turn slightly to the right with the right foot and the chest. Squeeze the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, left shoulder to the inside of the left leg. Looking right through the legs. Feeling some of that blood move to the brain. Moving to the face. And we'll exhale, release the hands down around the left foot. Step the right foot up and take the feet apart to the edges of the mat. Let's come back into our squat. So once you find the position with the arms, 3 deep breaths. And we're going to be coming back to our seats. Coming back into boat. Without the support of the arms this time, if you took it last time. It's tempting, but we do need to challenge the body. And we'll cross the ankles and bring the feet down, hands down into plank. Let's hold for a breath. Lower down. Come into the back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Let's take the right leg up. Bend the knee. Another 2 breaths. We're going to come into pigeon. So when you're ready, right knee forward. Let it hover for a moment, then that knee to the right wrist, left leg back. Back bending first. And the wrists might need a little reprieve here, so I like to focus on them. So if we come down to the forearms, let's take the right hand forward, create a fist, and turn the fist down. That left hand, left fingers might be able to assist, so it's a little bit more passive, keeping the right arm straight. Kind of a strange moment to do this, but it looks kind of neat. And releasing. Let's see if we could do the left. So, might need to roll a little to the right hip so we can get that left arm straight, creating a fist and a little touch with the right fingers. And releasing, a little bit of movement. And then we'll go ahead and release down, supporting the forehead even if you're propped up on the elbows. Just take a few more deep breaths. We're almost at a minute where we had lowered the head. So let's start to come out of it, but I think the half frog would be nice. So before we go there though, how about a back bend? Let's rise back up. And a couple options. We can stay right here with hands down, fingertips down. We might bend the left knee. We might grab a hold of the left ankle or shin with the right hand or the left hand. Either one will give you a different experience. You might shift around and see. It's all about experimentation. If I put my hand here or if I put my hand here, what's the difference? This is a nice spot to explore. And then we'll release and take that right bent leg over to the right and let the left hip bone come down, maybe left side of the cheek or left cheek of the face. Left side of the face, releasing down and just feeling the weight of the right leg and the weight of the left leg, the weight of the trunk, the arms, and the head. And we'll go ahead and start to straighten up the right leg. I think we're going to go into a reverse plank today, or reverse chaturanga dandasana. So we're going to come into, so just to be clear, reverse four-limb staff pose, not a reverse plank. We're going to bring the hands down under the shoulders, roll over the toes, and either use the knees, so you're going to put the knees down instead, or the toes and commit. Straighten the legs if you're using toes, and then press up. All right, once we're there, we're coming back down. We're going to go into our back bend, going through a vinyasa here, and then into downward facing dog. And we'll pick up the left leg. And exhale, bring the left knee to the left wrist, slide the right leg back. Up in our back bend first. Oh, after that deep contraction with the right leg in that pigeon, hopefully you feel a little bit of an opening in the hip flexor. Then we'll go ahead and begin to release down. Now we took our wrist stretches before, and I want to do them again because it affected the hips when we were in those positions. So let's take the left arm forward this time, creating a fist, turn the fist down, and maybe the fingers are helping out, keeping the left arm straight. And we'll release this side and extending. We're going to roll to the left hip a little bit. Extend that right arm, fist down, fingers to fist. And releasing. When you're ready, go ahead and lower down. About 3 or 4 deep breaths. All right, that was a nice minute on the left side, so let's start to rise up. And the hip's still benefiting as we check in with that right leg, see maybe about bending it, see if there's a different position, just staying in that back bend while we're here, or holding the foot. Noticing if, as you explore, maybe this side feels different than the other side, based on what you're doing. And we'll release and come into that half frog position, left bent leg out to the left, releasing down, right side of the face down. And leave the left leg to get heavy and the right leg, the arms, the trunk, and the head. One more breath. And we will straighten that left leg. We'll do what we did before, seeing about reversing our forelimb staff posture. Hands down. Check in. Maybe you're going to use the knees, maybe you're going to use the feet. And then press up, a reverse push-up. Lower all the way down and come into your back bend. Downward facing dog. And we'll come to, do we want to balance today? Let's balance. From downward facing dog, let's step the feet forward. I was ready to come to seated, but I could hear someone out there saying, let's balance, Sandy. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Bend the knees this time. And start to unroll the spine slowly. The head will rise last. Once we're up here, we can move the shoulders, maybe shake the arms. See, the body's gotten looser. So, balancing. I will take a look outside today and find a tree, and I will choose tree posture. But if you prefer to take a different balancing posture, please feel free. I love fall because I personally like to go inside myself. And the trees, I feel, with their sap going back to their roots, they're going inside themselves, they're dropping their leaves, they're kind of leaving the outside world for a little bit and just retreating into the earth. And that is that is why we have so many specific holidays. It reflects that process within us, that internally we go inside and we turn within to feel the source of ourselves. So we have feet hip distance apart if you're coming into tree with me, palms together. Just kind of, again, feeling that internal movement as a tree would. Shifting over to the left leg, right foot to the inside of the left leg, maybe to the toes. Since we're at home, we probably have some support around that we could use if needed. You could bring left hand to a wall or a piece of furniture. Legs active. Even though the branches might rise, they may stay pointing towards the sun. Our energy is moving internally. It's the words we know as introversion and extroversion. We use it for personality. When we're talking in psychology, it's used in yoga as focusing on the external world or focusing on the internal. So moving to an introverted state, even though it looks like we're out here. And we'll come out of this side and shift over to the other side. And releasing this side. We're going to come to seated. You can choose to take a sun salutation all the way to seated, or you can come right down. Let's work a little bit on the back of the legs to help counteract the sitting. So let's start by extending the left leg forward. And the first one, I think we will do a little bit of a different version. So rather than foot to thigh, I'd like you to choose something else that's similar. So you can either sit on top of the foot, or if the knee can tolerate it, take the right foot out to the outside of the hip. Or if there's a different version that you prefer, you can also take this one again. So we're going to do head to knee posture in a moment. So wherever you've found, then we'll inhale and lift the arms up, and exhale, take the hands forward to the left leg. Inhale, lift the heart, exhale, heart forward. The gong is so close, I will ring it to help us release some tension. And we'll come out of this. Let's stay on this left side. Bring the right foot to the inside of the thigh this time, if you weren't already there. And we'll take the arms and reach them up. And exhale, fold over the legs, or the left leg. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, heart forward. And we'll inhale, rise. Let's switch sides. So first we're starting with whatever we started with on the other side. And we'll inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold over the legs. Lengthening. On the exhale, we're releasing, but we're still staying nice and straight in the back. And we'll switch legs. I'm sorry. Not switching, we're staying the same, but switching position. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, hinging forward. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, hinge forward. I find I mix up my words quite a bit on Sunday mornings when I don't have a very small bite of something to eat, so I did not have anything today. And just not all verbally there. So let's take another breath or two. All right, we're going to rise up. We're going to take a vinyasa as we did before. So when you're ready, arms and legs reach up. Cross the ankles, come forward, take the legs back, lower, rising, back bend. I'm sorry, downward facing dog, case in point. Back into seated. And then we'll continue with some twists. First, let's bring the right foot and plant it next to the left. So we're going to go into that strange fold first. I think this is called Marichyasana letter A. So let's take that right arm up, and then we're going to start to come forward by awkwardly bringing the hands to the left leg. And this might be it, or you might play around and rotate that shoulder really inwardly so that you can take the elbow to push against the leg. Honestly, that is where I feel a lot of the benefit comes from. It's just that rotation inward and the push. So you don't have to take the bind behind the back, but you might try and see if it works. So we're folding over the left leg while that right shoulder is turned inward, and we're pushing it back into the right leg, maybe with a bind. And let's inhale, rise up. You know, I want to go into the other side first before we find Marichyasana letter C. So plant the left foot, take that left arm up, start to hinge and lower. Rotate the shoulder in. See if you can just push the arm into the leg. Maybe take the hand, right hand behind, and see if the hands will find each other or get close to each other. And we'll inhale, come back up. All right, let's go into letter C. So we'll plant the right foot, right hand behind. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Hook that elbow outside of the thigh. All right, and then let's turn the bent left arm down so we have that similar experience, the inner shoulder rotation with the pressure, and that'll help break up some of the stuck tension in the upper left side of the back. Left foot is active, toes pointing up, turning to the right. Come to center, switch legs. Left hand down, right arm up. Hook the arm. We did this quite a bit today in different variations. Then turning that bent right arm down, twisting to the left. And we'll inhale, come to center, release. Let's cross the ankles. Twist over to the right. Left hand to right knee. And over to the left. and into the middle. We're going to take a side bend. So we'll lift the left arm, reach it up and over to the right. Into the middle, over to the left. We took many twists today. We took folds, we took back bends. But in terms of side bends, not so many, if any at all. So really leaning into this and maybe noticing that you can get pretty good into your bend. I know I am noticing based on all the other things we did. Let's go one more time to the right. Normally I can't get my elbow down right off the bat, but what we did today encouraged it. And back over to the left. And back into the center. All right, shoulders moving a little. Let's get the neck. Shoulders back and down. Fold the hands into each other. Turn the head to the left and the right a few times. Oh, we kind of started with the neck today. Just a little bit. Bring the head to center, move up and down. Head to center, lift the right ear up. Soften the face. Maybe a gentle smile. Bring the head to center, tilt right and left, and then lift the left ear. And head to center, tilt, left, right, drop the head. Deep breath in through the nose, release through the mouth. Bring the head to center. We're going to take a little bit of motion like our cat-cow, but from seated, so it's camel and different tradition. Bring the hands somewhere to the legs. Squeeze the shoulders back as you inhale. Exhale, round, let the head go. Inhaling. Exhaling, pulling away from the legs. Inhaling. Exhaling, really feeling that movement in the upper back, upper spine. And one more inhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, release out. Let's take the hands and rub them together. You can make that wow formation with your face, your mouth, jaw. Helps loosen up the jaw. I do it every day. And then take the palms to the eyes. All right, releasing the hands. Come all the way down to the back, and you're going to choose how you'll close your practice. See if you like to take simple spinal twists or single-legged spinal twists on the back. Maybe you'd like a bridge posture or a shoulder stand, so long as you counteract it. If you take a shoulder stand or a back bend, It's always good to counteract it. And then come into your twists to neutralize. A few more breaths, and then we'll make sure that we're all meeting in Shavasana. We'll go back to what we did earlier, taking our consciousness through and becoming aware of different parts of the body in a very rapid succession so that we can kind of like give the mind a little bit of candy. Give it what it wants. It wants to spin around and spin around. And we kind of tire it out this way. It's the way that I interpret it myself and have experienced it myself. So once the body is released and we have the arms alongside the body, the palms flipped up, and the feet towards the edges, the corners of the mat, toes turned away from each other, bring the attention to the right thumb, the second finger, the third finger, fourth finger, fifth. The top of the right hand, the palm of the right hand, the right wrist, the right forearm, the right elbow, the right upper arm, the right shoulder, the right armpit, the right chest, the right waist, the right hip, the right thigh, the right knee, the right calf, right shin, right ankle, right top of the foot, heel, right sole of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and that little fifth toe. And then we'll go ahead and feel the whole right side of the body relaxed. One of our yoga nidra techniques. Then we'll go to the left side. Left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and that little fifth finger. And the top of the left hand, the palm of the left hand. The left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, left upper arm, left shoulder, left armpit, left chest, left waist, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left calf. The shin, left ankle, the top of the foot, the heel, the sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the fifth toe. Feeling the whole left side relaxed. Notice the right side, notice the left side. Bring your attention to the chest, relax the chest, right side, left side. The right rib cage, the left rib cage, and all the muscles surrounding it. The belly. Relax the right waist, the left waist. Relax the lower back, middle back, the upper back. Relax the neck. Relax the whole back of the trunk, the whole front of the trunk. Bring your attention to the head. Relax the scalp, the ears, the eyes, forehead, the nostrils, the cheeks, the upper lip, the lower lip, the chin, the jaw. Feel the whole body relaxed. The whole body relaxed. The whole body relaxed. And as you go into restful state, I will bring back the words we started with. I will light the match of smiles. My gloom veil will disappear. I shall behold my soul in the light of my smiles, hidden behind the accumulated darkness of ages. When I find myself, I shall race through all hearts with the torch of my soul smiles. My heart will smile first, then my eyes and my face. Every body part will shine in the light of smiles. I will run amid the thickets of melancholy hearts and make a bonfire of all sorrows. I am the irresistible fire of smiles. And we're going to slowly start to just become aware of your surroundings, the eyes closed still. And just noticing the body again, noticing how it's breathing. Feel the whole body smile. And then, when you're ready, start to deepen the breath again. Start to move the hands and the fingers. Move the limbs. And with the knees into the chest, you might roll to the side for a moment. And then rising up to seated. With the deep calm and focus that we've cultivated, we want to use this specific kind of energy that is very nourishing and uplifting to think of all beings. So palms together. May all beings be established in the true self. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be fulfilled. May all beings be blessed. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.